welcome you to this presentation of an internship report which was done or which is presented by NANJE Defence. This internship was carried out at a company known as construction company. And during this internship, most of the activities that were carried out were construction of concrete elements. So the title of this internship or this presentation is formwork rotation. Now, this presentation is going to come through a following outline from the objective of a formwork through the advantages and disadvantages of formwork to analyze on the company, and we want to the recommendations and conclusion. The objective of formwork is simply to support fresh concrete so that it can require, or if we acquire it, requires strength. Formwork materials. Now, based on the diversified use of formwork, the materials or the name of the material we classify in two categories. It is either by their material that are used or by the shapes. The type of formwork by materials. The type of formwork by material, and type of formwork by shape. By their materials, you have timber formwork, you have steel formwork, and also you have plastic formwork. You can see the picture below. Based on the types of formwork by their elements, you have column formwork, you have beam formwork, you have slab formwork, you have a formwork for tunnel, and you have formwork for bridges. You can see an example of a bridge formwork and an example of a standard slab formwork. You can see an example of a wall formwork and a column formwork. The advantages and disadvantages of formwork. Now, formwork advantages and disadvantages of I specified steel and timber formwork. It's based on their cost, their availability, their weight, and their lifespan. Now, for timber formwork, it is cheaper, while for steel formwork, it is expensive. For timber formwork, it is light in weight, while for steel formwork, it is heavy. For timber formwork, it doesn't last for long, while for steel formwork can last for a long period of time. For timber formwork, it can be destroyed upon removal, but for steel formwork, it will be removed without any problem because you don't need to untie the bolts. Now, equipment or requirements of a good formwork. A good formwork should be durable. Generally, durability is a requirement of every construction material. The second requirement of a good formwork is that it should be light as possible. To get the lightest formwork as possible, it should be strong. It should also rest on a solid base. And finally, the requirement is that the material that is used to construct a formwork, it should be cheap enough and it should be easy to find. Now, factors that influence the failure of the formwork. You have vibration, you have inadequate bracing around the formwork, you have unstable soil under the mud seal. Now, what's the mud seal? The mud seal is simply a timber that is placed beneath the formwork before you can place the formwork proper for your construction. And you also have a passing trafficking of materials and workers. Now, you have formwork removal. For formwork removal, it is mostly centered in three aspects: the aspect of the weather, the aspect of the cement that you use, and the aspect of the mixing ratio. Now, the types of this table will explain to you the types of formwork and the time they are supposed to leave them before you remove the formwork. Upon a side of wall and column and vertical face of beams, you can remove them after 24 hours, or you can even remove them after 48 hours. Upon the slab of rocks left under the beam, you can, under the slab, you can remove it after 3 days. Upon that of beam surface, you can remove it after 7 days. Upon that of slab span from 4.5 meters, you can remove it after 14 days. And that which span above 4.5 meters, you can remove it after 14 days also. That which is span, that is a span limited from 6 meters, you can remove it after 14 days, and that which is above 6 meters, you can remove it after 14 days. Now you have the maintenance of formwork. Now we really emphasize this because most of the times we construct our formwork, but we don't maintain them. So it is impossible to require the reuse of the formwork. So it is important that when formwork is being removed, you should take into consideration that it should not be broken. And after you have removed the formwork, it should be repaired. After repairing the formwork, what you should do next is that when those concrete that are being tied for the formwork surfaces, you should make sure you clean them. And now for aluminium formwork, what you should do is after cleaning it, you should make sure you oil it. There is a black engine oil, it is called the highest refined engine oil that is used to oil the aluminium formwork. And the purpose for this is to prevent it from getting rust. And after that, you have after that has been done, you have to stockpile it very well, and then also you should cover it. Now this is the short answer of the company. It's talking about the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the strength of the company. The strength of the company's cat construction company is that they have experience, they are productive, and they have high level of supervision. They are also the weaknesses that they lack equipment and they lack care for their workers. The opportunities is that the office is located in Super area, and their threat is that since they lack equipment, other companies that have equipment can come in and resist contract from them. The recommendation I give is that this company should have to go in to have the required material or equipment for construction, and they should also develop habits to treat their workers very well so that they should not lose those who have good skills. To conclude, the cost of making phone work is proportional to the cost of the first company. So the right methods and strategies are needed to calculate the cost of phone work that can be used repeatedly. Okay, we have the references. Thanks for your keen attention.